Good day, my name is Vincent Sarroino from GroupeSarroino, and I'm here today with Corrine Mac Nicoll from the Green Team, one of my resources in my book, The Secrets of the Wealthy Home Seller. It's newly launched recently, and I'm really happy to have you with me today, Corinne. Thank you. Welcome for being here. So, Corinne, maybe before we start, if you can kindly share your profile, your history in the detailed cleaning business, helping realtors like myself with our clients to prepare their homes for sale prior to listing it, and the process that you take. So maybe you can do that first, please.
Well, the company is unwavering clean, and I've been in business for 9 years, and in December it will be 10 years. And I basically like to meet with the clients and see what they are looking for. And then I like to meet with you as well to see what you're looking for, what you need. And then obviously the big thing is to visit the house as well to see what really needs to be done. Like, do they need decluttering done? Do they need stuff being moved around? Or is it just a deep clean because the house just needs to be really cleaned?
Yeah, it varies. We've done jobs together where there was a lot of work to do, and ones that were less work, more decluttering and all that. And we'll get into that a little bit more, and you can explain the differences if that's okay with you.
Of course.
So thank you for that. What is your expertise to help real estate professionals and their clients? In what sense you go back to what extent sometimes they're not selling their home, or they're thinking of selling their home and they've just done renovations? Well,
yeah, we do renovation cleanings as well. So we go in after the renos are done to clean up, to get rid of all like the dust. And sometimes, renovation cleanings, they leave like stuff behind, like, caulking and grout and that. And we come in and clean all that stuff up, because when people come to the house, they don't really want to be looking at a tile that has grout on it. They want it to be nice and shiny. So we come in and we do that as well.
The name Green Clean, it derives from what and why? I know you use green products because I know you've worked in my properties myself as an investor, as an owner of other properties, including my personal home. So maybe you can just elaborate on that.
Well, Green Clean, we were looking for a name of a company that would be more environmentally friendly. And it just took a little while to figure it out. It took me almost, I say, 6 months to come up with a name. And then we did a survey online that we decided to check into to see what people are looking for. And we had realized that a lot of people want green companies out there. So cleaning products that you use that is safe for animals, it's safe for dogs, that if a child puts a toy on the floor and puts it in his mouth, the cleaning product is not going to stick to the toy or whatever that the kids use. So we decided that we wanted to go the green route. So I started looking into cleaning products that was more green friendly.
When you take a pre-listing of a house with me or another realtor, could you just elaborate a little bit more in detail the kind of the steps that you take, and from the beginning process, maybe from the point of where you talked with me first, and then what is it you do after that?
So I usually talk with you first and get to an idea where your head's at with what the property needs to be like and what your expectations are. And then I usually go meet the client and then speak with the client and let them know that I spoke with you and what your ideas were. And then we do a walkthrough, because I have to visualize the house, right? Like, I need to see what the details are, where the dirty parts are, where are they really cluttered, stuff like that, and how to remove things. And so I do a walkthrough with them, and then I tell them what my opinion is and give them options and 2 different quotes versus them doing some of the work themselves, or I come in and do the work for them, so they have 2 price points. So sometimes the clients prefer decluttering themselves, putting things away themselves, or I'll come in and I'll do it. So I usually just give them my opinion, and then they decide what they want to do.
Great. We can go further. I have a couple questions about decluttering and all that, so we'll get to that later. Thank you for that. What are the deep cleaning and organizing things to do before a home for sale? So for example, I took some notes here. There are 5 key points of deep cleaning a house or preparing a home for sale. And I think we both agree on these points already. We talk about the kitchen deep clean, the bathroom deep clean, the closet organizations, the floor carpeting cleaning, and general deep cleaning. So it's quite wide open, depending on the client, depending on the status of their home or the condition of their home. And even to the point, I think part of the services you offer, which is great, is that you'll even go in and if they have a lot of stuff and help them pack, and you can give them a quote for that. So,
because you want it to be as minimal as possible for a person to come in, right? You want the person who comes into the house, the actual size of the house, right? You don't want to be coming in here and seeing a dresser, but it's like covered with so much stuff. So, you know, it makes it look like the person who's living there has been pretty...
So it's called the depersonalize, declutter and depersonalize.
Pretty much, yeah. You want to try to minimize as much as in the house as possible. So sometimes I offer the services to clients where I come in and I remove stuff for them. So whether I put in boxes and we put in their garage, or if they get a storage locker or like one of those cube storage things in their driveway, we'll empty a lot of stuff to put it in there to minimize it. So sometimes we also do too is we use their furniture to move it around to maximize the space in the house as well.
Yes, less is more.
Of course, yes, for sure. And especially like in the kitchens too, you want to try to declutter as much off of the counter as possible, because when people come in, they want to see the space that they have in the cupboard, in the kitchen. You know, they don't want to see that the counter is crowded with so much stuff on it that you can't really see how much counter space you have to prep food, because people do use their kitchen.
People want to visualize their own things.
Yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. That's a big thing too.
Yeah. So I know some of the reactions of clients that have a lot of stuff and our busy families, first, is there any?
Well, obviously there's some clients that are different than others. Some are very reluctant. They don't really want to do that. They don't want to get rid of stuff. They want to leave it there. They still want to live in their house, even though it's for sale. And then there's some that are, oh, take whatever you need to take away. Like, it's fine. It doesn't bother me.
For the most part, I believe we both get the buy-in from the client, and they see the value once it's all done. Of course,
yes.
Right?
Once it's done, they walk in, they're like, oh my goodness. Some people are like, do we really want to sell the house afterwards? But then they end up selling the house anyways, so.
Well, that's great. So, example of briefly, a kitchen deep clean, a bathroom deep clean, a closet organization, all these little...
Well, in the kitchen, you basically want to clean everything, right? So the cupboards are very important because you get so much like dirt and food that's on it over the years, so that you definitely want to clean. Your backsplash is another thing. Countertop, all your baseboards in the kitchen, you know, the top of the cupboards too, like people could see. The fan is a big thing too. You want to clean the fan because people will come in, they will look at the fan to see how dirty it is. So outside of the appliances and that too, you want to clean that stuff too, and obviously the floor, so.
Great.
In the bathroom, same thing, you want to do a deep clean in the bathroom. After you declutter it, then you like fully clean the whole bathroom.
When you're doing a general cleaning, especially on a lot of the times, the houses we work with are large homes. Mm-hmm. Do you make recommendations, because people gather things over a lifetime, especially in the basement, for example. So you go hand in hand with me hiring my professional photographer that's going to come in, and he's very happy that you've been there before he gets there, and he adds his own little touch to what over and above what you've done, which mm-hmm. is fantastic, and he loves it. So we're all partnering together to get, you know, to allow the vendors to put their best foot forward. Uh-huh. From that standpoint, how important is that for the client to spend either their time or money to do this? And
it's very important, because when people come in, they're looking at everything at a house. They want to see how clean that house is. You know, am I going to be having to spend my money on having to clean the place when I move in? Like how dirty are these people are living there, right? And a lot of people, when they come in and they see the house and they see how dirty it is, a lot of times they just tend to overlook the house and just go somewhere else that looks nicer. Yeah. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a new house to make it look nice. You could have an old house, and as long as it's really cleaned and staged properly, it will sell just as well.
Yeah, and that's a valid point. It's a good segue to closing this off. Basically, I've found from my experiences doing this, working with you and preparing the house collaboratively together, that the vendor gets to maximize as many people visiting their home, just because of subject to what you've done, and including the photographer. And they're so pleased that for the most part, they actually, in a lot of instances, all the time, they maximize getting the most money. Hence, the reason why part of the secrets of the wealthy sellers is having someone like yourself, a professional deep cleaning, professional decluttering, doing all these steps with the client to help them get the most money in their pocket. So I want to thank you for collaborating with me, and I look forward to continue our collaboration together on behalf of my clients and your clients, because a lot of times they become your
Pretty
clients
much,
as
yes.
well going forward
Yeah.
in their new place, even when they're buying. So
Well, that happens. So
yeah.
the recurring clients, yep.
So thank you for being here today. And closing off, if you want to get Corinne's information at Green Clean, she's actually in the book, in the resource section, where you can download the book for free at the end of this video and get Corinne's information, is equally my own. And I hope you enjoy reading the book and you get it online. Thank you.